welcome to a special time-traveling edition, because it's daylight savings, baby, of the greatest goddamn D&D stream on this world and the next here. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs, yeah. You got Solrak the Destroyer ready to slash and bash your Sunday away with his epic crew of destroyers. You got Fang the Man eating some delicious pizza. You got Wilmore Charrington not eating some delicious pizza. And of course, you got the greatest goddamn D&D DM in all the land here, Nate Gonzalez. Take it away, Nate.
All right, thank you, Solrak the Destroyer, and welcome everyone to tonight's Sunday night time traveling edition, apparently, of Goblins Under the Stairs. Happy to jump back into tonight's game to get you guys rolling after some paranoia is on the rise from this body-taking plant that seemed to take over this dog that you guys encountered the last time we were all together. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's do a full recap. What happened the last time we were all together. Give you guys a quick little refresher. The last time, you guys all started off with waking up at Citadel Adbar and beginning to get your stuff ready to travel on back to the airship bright and early in the morning to meet back up with Del and the Dragon Cultist to keep on your travels and drop off Mies at the Summit of the Soul. Fang, on the way back, decided to bring up a quote that was kind of bugging him for a little bit of time this past few weeks after he saw the vision of that brain floating in that garden. And you guys kind of discussed this a little bit and trying to figure out what it could possibly mean. Wilmore being able to determine that maybe it was referring to some sort of water source underneath the City of Splendor, Waterdeep, and something to do with the astral plane, of course. But as you guys were having this discussion, Solrak noticed a dog up ahead being chased out of a cave by 5 orcs, hot on its tail. And rescued the dog real quick, taking down the orcs, and looked over, see if it was okay or whatnot. Fang healed up a wound on its shoulder, and inside of a satchel found a note saying something along the lines that it's going to get a whole hell of a lot worse before it gets any better. And kind of discussed that with each other for a moment, and got the dog healed up, and then took him back to the airship where you guys found Del and the rest of the crew waiting for you guys with the red balloon that keeps your ship aloft, all repaired and fixed up. Also mentioned that Klauth, Old Snarl, would grant you guys all a great boon if you all were to take care of any of the other giant lords or remaining giant types that you guys haven't taken care of. So, you've done the fire and the ice giants, of course, but there is the hill, the stone, and the cloud giants that you guys can thwart their plans of however they are trying to decide to prove their worth to Anum and take that high seat in the Ordning and just show that they're the most powerful giant type. So with all that learned, you guys hopped on the airship and started questioning, or Solrak first gave the dog a ration, and the dog kind of responded to it as if he wasn't that hungry, which was kind of strange for finding a stray dog out in the wilderness. You would think that, it'd be very happy to have food provided to him. Questioned it a little bit, and as Solrak can speak to these animals, and had this strange alien-like voice kind of buzzing in his head, kind of choking up out from within this dog's body, which kind of threw you guys off a little bit, of course. Wilmore ready to just throw the thing off the airship and call it a day. But Fang and Solrak, of course, a little bit more compassion in their hearts than Wilmore, wanted to keep the dog and see if they could help him out, and maybe the dog had more answers for them further on. So the night went on, and you guys put the dog in a room by itself just to be careful. And as you guys were sleeping in the middle of the night, Brutus woke Solrak and Wilmore scratching at the door and growling and snarling in the direction of the room in which the other dog was being kept in. As Solrak kicked down the door, you guys saw this dog contorting and twitching and convulsing and shifting its form and shape into this giant alien-like plant, pod-like body with these tentacles. Of course, you guys began to attack it immediately. Within the fight, Solrak was engulfed and enveloped by this drooling maw of this plant-like body and had this enzyme fluid kind of burn and stun him in its grasp. And Wilmore, without much room in the airship to be able to battle this thing, ran outside. It was sticking outside of the airship and shooting his Eldritch Blast from outside to the inside. Fang and Misa doing their monk shit and hitting him up left and right and doing some damage on him. You guys were able to finally destroy this thing, exploding in this goopy liquid that started turning into this swarm of maggots that began to crawl at your guys' feet. And of course, you guys killed those quite quickly and were like, fuck this, that's enough for this night, time to go to bed. Without any second thought to mind, you guys all went to your quarters and hit the hay for the night. When you guys woke up, Wilmore went to go clean up the mess within that room and noticed that all of that slime and ooze and the remains from this alien-like plant were no longer there. So, of course, you guys are starting to question each other now, and maybe the crew about maybe someone got infected by this thing also, or just kind of curious about how everyone's feeling and doing. But real quick, before we jump on in here, let's see, what's everyone's passive insight? Looks like Fang's 18, 15 for Solrak, and 13 for Wilmore. All right, keep that in mind. So you guys make your way up to the top deck, and about another hour or two out from the Summit of the Soul, as you guys are flying over top of these very green forested mountains with the snow-capped tips on the mountains, making your way ever so closely to the Summit of the Soul now. So, you guys make your way up to the top deck. What would you like to do?
I would actually kind of try to take Solrak, Fang, and Misa back down and say, gentlemen, I actually think I may have a better plan to see exactly what's going on with this ship if y'all give me a little bit more of your time, as usual. And then I give him a two-eyed wink.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
All right, so we go downstairs. We make our circle of fun, and I'll just kind of start chanting, and everyone kind of sees the the floorboards. They kind of look like there's like tentacles coming up, except they're hairy tentacles, and they kind of start swaying a little bit. After 5 or 10 minutes, they start to get a little bit longer, and one of them looks kind of like a paw, and it kind of just comes out a little bit, and everybody kind of notices they're cats. It's like 20 or 30 cats are just kind of phantoms coming up through the floorboards. They're walking around the room. There's like 40 cats in it, and then they all kind of just start dogpiling on each other. And in the middle is this this big, just stacked woman with a cat head, and then she just goes, "Hello," and goes right into the into Fillmore's head, and that's going to be divination with Sharis as the god.
Okay. Love it.
Who is the goddess of hedonism and sensual fulfillment. So, you know, Wilmer's real big on them.
I love it.
And then I go, well, gentlemen, let's see what we can do. And I'm gonna cast divination, and I'm going to ask Sharis, can you tell me? Or I guess not. Can you tell me? Is that thing we fought last night still on this ship, or around it? Can't hear you.
I think you're mute.
Just reading this spell description real quick.
Oh yeah. Probably should have told you I was going to do that, but I just figured it out like 10 minutes ago.
No, all good. Totally fine. Okay, so you ask if the creature is around at all still?
Mm-hmm. It's still in or around the ship.
Wilmore, haven't heard from you ever before. You reach out to me in these times. Hello to you too. Uh, as a quick glance around, your ship doesn't seem like there's any creatures that are still lingering from the night prior. Seems like you have uh, gotten rid of it to some degree, but it still made its escape out of here.
Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. And that's that. And then all that kind of goes into my head, and I tell everybody, well, the thing's gone, so we can go about our business, I think.
You know what I think we should have done, you guys? Thrown it overboard. That would have been such a great idea. We never thought
I
of
know, if only somebody had that idea.
that. That would have been.
And had a whole
So
thing
far ahead.
planned where he like jumped off with it and then like teleported back. It would have been really cool, but I'm glad we didn't
Crazy.
do that.
I know. You should have told me. I would have totally gone along with it.
A lot
you know?
better.
I am the most intelligent. I surely would have gone along with that idea. So
I know. If
Yeah,
only you had thought of
same
that,
thing.
Solrak.
yeah, you know how it goes. So
You guys are really starting to piss me off this morning, huh?
whoa. This is what
Slap
happens
Fang
when.
on the back. There he is.
Is this what happens when you have to say goodbye to your lover?
You know I could never do anything harmful to an animal without knowing its ill intent.
That's true, and I didn't really want to kill a dog.
Yes,
especially
thank you,
right
thank you,
in front of
Solrak
Brutus.
Chattington.
I mean,
Brutus right there. I
some
can't
of-
do it in front of him.
I totally thought it was like 40-60 that it wasn't a dog.
Especially considering, we do have a pet dog. I feel as if you would show a little bit more empathy for another canine creature.
And I'm all for singular pets. Have you ever had 2 dogs? Shit gets everywhere.
It's true, it is difficult. But I still don't
Better
want
than
to kill
2
it.
kids.
Oh!
You're not wrong. That's why this is the no kid zone.
Message. So here's the question. What the hell was that thing?
Your guess is as good as mine. However, I feel as if we are past that situation now and moving forward with our quest. I still feel as if, though, we need to err on the side of the caution upon reaching the summit of the soul.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Whoever sent that knew that we would pick it up. That's why they sent the dog here. We must be careful.
And
Someone's here to play with our weaknesses.
I
precisely,
don't necessarily think anybody sent it. We did run into it. And somebody
But
was
I-
trying to kill it.
Well, and I don't think it was any
Okay.
coincidence, especially given the note attached to it. I mean, I don't think that was just for anyone, and that's why I think we need to err on the side of the caution upon entering the summit of the soul. I do want to spend as much quality time there as possible before leaving. Want to see Master Kuki and everything, and just one last goodbye to both him and Misa. But make sure the summit of the soul is all good. Say my hellos and goodbyes, and then we must be on our way, sadly.
Here's my question, though. We think there's a possibility someone sent this, run into it, whisper this. Only ones who know path on this ship point to the crew. Possible someone spreading pathway. if you know
Well,
what I mean.
yeah, actually, that's a good question. Chattington, when was the last time you used your ring of invisibility? Perhaps
I feel like
Narvi's.
it's been quite a while since that one.
I don't know. Narvi could be onto us, playing all these
just-
mental games.
I just think it's interesting that somebody was already trying to kill the dog when we came upon it. But I mean, caution's always a good thing to have.
Well, Fang,
I think we were
what-
just in a case of wrong place, wrong time.
I
Go ahead, Misa.
I think what Solrak was trying to say was that it might be someone on this ship, not Narvi.
Is that so, Solrak?
Correct. If this crew, spies in it. Look how we're...
Are you questioning Klauth and his crew?
Think about it. Why are they still helpful? Everything about it is just too easy. No one's wanted to help us this much. Here they are, offering us money and quests. I don't know. Is she?
Well, I mean, Dell was saying about how Klauth kind of, has been amused by you all taking care of the giants and been watching them fumble over each other. And of course, now he just offers up giving you guys all, some sort of great benefit, some sort of, I'm assuming some sort of magic or something that if you guys take care of the giants, he'll grant you guys. So, I don't know. It seems like he's got stake in you all for that purpose almost.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
was gonna
Klaus
say-
is a good guy, but I mean, there could always be a rat on the ship.
Right.
I guess just another thing to look out for. I don't think Klauth would do that to us. Then again, I also didn't think that dog was evil.
Yeah, but
All I'm
That dog was
saying,
very evil.
let's just keep an eye out.
I mean, if anything, we're making Klauth's life a little easier.
That is quite true. Let's I'd like to go upside and see if we can see this here summit of the soul. Soul of the summit. I kind of start heading on upstairs at this point.
You had it right the first time, Chaddington. Summit of the Soul.
Yeah, the sausage summit. Let's go.
as you all make your way up there then and look over the edge, you see that you are approaching rather quickly to the summit of the soul. You see, I sent this picture in the game log of these mountains, kind of smoky, misty mountains, high up set in this snowy part of the region up here. Kind of like very glacial look to it all around. And as you look down a little more, you see this temple landscape kind of set up all around there, right within this like crater like area within the mountains that you guys are rapidly approaching. You can see it almost looks like there's, like I was saying, the glacial look of it. There's almost like these glacial waterfalls that are surrounding this crater and filling in this beautiful crystalline lake and water reserve all around the temple grounds there.
Just kind of look out at it and just kind of like just nod my head like, well, it is kind of pretty cool.
Sure is.
It kind of starts hitting me that I've made it back to the Summit of the Soul and being able to see Master Kuki after all this time. As we approach, I can't help but have the largest smile on my face and start to get a little emotional, as this place means everything to me.
Look at it. And I start seeing the little tear. Are you crying? Hey, look, Johnson. Frank is crying. There's a little booger coming out of his nose. This guy
I go, maybe you should give him a minute or two, Solrak. I mean, I'm sure when we go back and Daggerford is burning, you may have a little emotion.
All my
Thank-
emotions are badass and badass only hair. Manly things.
What's
Thank you,
wrong with
Chaddington.
men establishing their emotions? This is a sensitive group, my friend.
Feeling is the way I show my emotion. Bash and bash. That's how I do things here. You should know by now.
Well, some people are just a little creamier in the middle, my friend. Tap him on the back.
Just
I
keep
like
in
the
mind,
sounds of that.
Solrak. Just keep in mind, Solrak, that this softy here is 5-1 against competitions against you. Just keep that in mind.
Just know that Who won the most recent one? You said? Speaking of the one? The one? Was it me? I think it was me. I think you lost the most recent one. That's what I'm
I
saying.
lean back and say to Misa, "Notice they never challenge me." I give him a little elbow poke.
Yeah, that's strange. I never really realized that, but you're right. They don't.
You're next, Chaddington.
Oh, well, I guess you like big L's, my friend.
No, that's
Hey,
Solrak.
You got one? Yeah, you got one?
Dell starts signaling around to the crew and everyone. You see the man in the center, one of the crew members in the center, Brassic. He begins to close the hatch with the fire elemental in it as the air begins to restrict and take you guys down a bit. The man down below with the air elemental, Laz, you hear him begin to close the chamber down there, and Dell looks around and says, "Gentlemen, grab your belongings. We'll be touching down towards the summit of the soul in just the next 5 minutes or so. Should be a pretty easy walk on over there, as he found a nice lush area, open area for you guys to settle down inside of."
Well, I'm excited for this. And I go down into my room and get my notepad and all that good stuff.
Alright. As you guys begin to fully set on down, then Dell has one of his men throw over the rope ladders over the edge of the airship, goes flying on down as you guys are hovering over the ground of an area close by the summit of the soul. And as you guys all climb on down the ladder, you arrive in this lush area set around those snow-capped mountains with a large temple and a few towers. One with stairs carved into the mountain itself and winding on up to it, and a lovely garden with a fenced-in area. You all descend from the airship fully now and approach this bridge with rushing glacial water flowing beneath of it. And as you guys walk across that bridge, you see these double doors with this brick exterior, with these doors bearing etchings, 2 on each of them, of the elemental powers. One with fire, one with water, earth, and then air.
A wind.
That is air.
That's the air, Solrak.
Just said I do
And,
love earth, wind, and fire. I love band.
That's only 3. Anyways,
Favorite 3.
please back up. So let's see here. How do I want to do this?
I'm like in front of the door, like knocking on, like, how do you open this thing?
Yeah.
Fang, why don't you
I
take
got
the
it.
left side? I'll take the right side.
Sounds good, Misa. And which elements are on the
So
left
you
side?
see fire, a symbol for fire up above you on the left, and then down on the bottom left you see a symbol for earth.
Okay, so I will do. One sec. Okay, so I will cast I guess Sacred Flame right on it.
Okay.
And then what was the other one you said? Earth?
Yeah, earth.
All right. And then what is the ground beneath me? Was like
You have dirt. Like you're standing on a brick pathway, but there's dirt and grass all to the sides of the brick bridge.
yes, I'll I guess take some of the dirt and rub it on.
Rub it on.
Yeah.
Yep. And Misa on the other side has made a water whip spray out into the water symbol, and then has done a gust of wind onto the air symbol. And as all those elements touch, you guys hear some locks and mechanism clicking with inside the doors there. and they begin to creak on open to reveal the inside of the garden grounds here. Reveal. You guys can make your way on in there now if you'd like. As you guys make your way in there, you can see these beautiful picturesque grounds, these garden grounds in front of the main temple, with a beautiful tall temple in the center and statues of animals that represent each one of the elements: an eagle in flight for air, a dolphin for water, a lion for earth, and a worm for fire. Another building up on the north, built into the tower, has a large statue of a monk man in flight with amorphic facial features. Another tower rises up from the mountain with stairs carved into the mountains climbing up to it. Down on the south side, you guys spot a few monk men performing chores and tasks around the grounds and gardens, and a few ox grazing as well. You can see the men using their airbending abilities to plow the earth back and forth with their like magical hands and arcane powers. And yeah, the main temple is up in the center there. Misa begins to lead you guys up to it, and of course Fang, you begin to walk up there as well. As you guys can hear like the sound of like humming and like a gong very in the distance coming from that building. Fang, you wanna go right on in there and speak to Kuki, or was there anything else that you wanted to go around and do or anything?
I'm just following you, man. Right now, I'm ecstatic. I'm taking it all in. It's been a little too long. But yes, I'd love to see Kuki.
I'm actually very impressed by the discipline of the airbending men doing their chores and stuff. I like peaceful feeling the world within these walls. There's something about it makes it feel all right. I don't say any of this out loud, of course.
Yeah, emotions and all. Yeah, it's very picturesque and like very like peaceful, and like yeah, there's harmony here. It's like almost all the elements live here in harmony together, and these men, these people here, they practice and they master that, and they live that to the fullest. So Misa's excited to be back here. You see he's got a little lift in his step as you guys have walked through these gates into the gardens, and says, well, Fang, come on along ahead. Let's see if Kuki's in here, maybe leading a meditation.
Can't wait.
You guys begin to lead you into the main temple grounds there, to the main temple area rather. As you guys go through the main area into like the atrium, you can see there's another statue of a monk man with a kind of an amorphic face, not like very featured, or doesn't really have any features at all, and he's holding a quarterstaff that has like one of each of the elements going up the length of the quarterstaff until it gets to the top of it, where it seems like there's like a star and like a swirling, it's like galaxy-like feel whirling around it. You guys push on in a little bit further now, and you enter those front doors towards that main temple to see the Zen pools with stacked piles of stones sticking out in different areas, and a wooden bridge. Give me 1 second. I got some audio for this. Can you guys hear that? Alright. As you enter the temple, you can smell the scent of incense and the sound of humming and the vibration of a gong and singing bowls. You see a few monks in meditation sitting around on square red and golden pillows. And in the north side of the room, in front of everyone, on a platform surrounded by a Zen pond and crystal clear blue water, you spot an older monk with white hair kind of tied back in a top-knot bun, white long goatee and robe. And everyone in this room is kind of sitting here, looking like in meditation and doing this throaty monk chant together.
Do I see Kuki leading the meditation?
You do see Kuki up at the center up there leading the meditation.
Very nice.
I'm gonna try to join into the thing that they're doing with their throats, and I can't do it, so I'm just sitting there like.
Make a performance check. Go on down there, make a performance check, see if you can do it.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Teen.
You kind of sit down there, have to clear your throat for a second, as the first 2 seconds are a little off, but then you get right on into the vibe and the flow of it. And Solrak, you feel very calm and at peace right now, and like, at one with everything. And there's been a lot of stress and high tension and violence going on for the last few months. But as you said, when you step into these grounds, you get like that sense of like tranquility and harmony. And right now, joining in with this throat chant with these monks and getting that full-on Zen vibe right, you're feeling it. You are locked in with the Zen vibes fully.
Misa, let's grab the front row so that when Master's done leading meditation, the first people he'll see is us.
Yep, let's do it. Let's go on up there.
And then we start joining in meditation.
What's Wilmore do as you guys all approach in here?
I just kind of lean up against this pillar in the back. I see Solrak doing his throat vibe. I just kind of look around. It's like look of this is not what I expected I'd be doing today. It's just kind of I'm looking around like impressed, disgusted. I don't know how to feel right now. But I just kind of let it all go and try not to screw it up. Because like I don't want to mess up Fang's vibes.
Love it. Oh, my mouse disappeared on my screen. There we go. So as that goes on, then you guys continue on with this chanting for a few moments, and they kind of switch up tones a bit, and it becomes a little bit more uplifting. So they all kind of start just kind of doing a more major key with this chanting now and getting it to a higher level. And Kuki rises up. He was sitting in a cross-legged lotus position, and he just begins to float there, hovering above this altar for a moment, and begins to just float towards Fang and Misa sitting at the front there. His eyes closed this whole time, and he kind of just still floating just effortlessly in front of you two. His eyes open up and look directly at you, Fang, and says, "Fang, it brings me great joy to see you back here, and with new friends."
Likewise, Master. It is... I couldn't be happier to see you at this very moment.
Oh, Fang, come here. And he drops down both feet and gives you a hug real quick. Oh, I was afraid that you lost your way.
Master, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I could never lose my way. I always know where home is.
That's
and it's
right.
certainly here at the summit.
That is right. Tell me, with these friends, have you had a good time now out there?
Good time has definitely been had, Master. It's been quite a roller coaster of emotions, near-death experiences. It's been quite the adventure, though. Facing all sorts of dragons, giants, you name it.
Wow, well, Fang, that's quite a leap from being here. You know what they say is good times become good memories, and bad times, well, they become good lessons.
Absolutely. And I've the void I had within me of my father's passing, we actually sought out to fill that and take care of the fire giants in a sense. And I'm
Fang,
at peace now.
I've always wondered, and I'm glad you feel at peace, but was that your own destiny, or is it a destiny that someone else has tried to force on you?
Well, when you put it like that, Master, I mean, I will
There are
always.
reasons that each of us are born, and we have to find those reasons.
Well, what do you think my reasons are then?
Well, Fang, let's take this conversation back to my study.
Sure.
Begins to stand up and lead you guys back down the hall through the main entrance, and approaches Solrek, who's still, I'm assuming, kneeling on one of the pillows, meditating or whatever. Please, great warrior, what is your name?
And, 1 second, please. Let me finish this. And hit a couple high notes there. All right, wanna show no disrespect to your epic prayer here, Master. My name is Solrak the Destroyer here, the rightful ruler of Daggerford, placed this kingdom, a so-called man, or the Milady Demon, more like it.
He just looks at you. Solrak the Destroyer, and he kind of gives you a bow. Not a shit bow, a nice full bow. Looks at you and says, thank you for helping out Fang, however you may have in these past few months, and bringing them back here in one piece.
It's not easy, but means well. Aside from that whole stealing from that corpse thing, but old Fang, he's a good guy. That one time, robbed the priest. But other than that, the total excellent person. Entire time.
So don't listen to a word he says, please.
Entire time.
I was going to say, the dead person, I can understand. They're dead, they can't hold on to it. But a priest, Fang, that's another level.
Like I said, it was just that one time, you know what I mean? And I mean, sure, it kind of looked like he was enjoying it, but I'm sure he really repented, Just saying, he's a good guy. And I gave him like a little cheek, like, yeah.
Solrak, it's I have a feeling that you could spend a little bit of time here and gain a little bit of wisdom from some of the other monks here. If you just continue on here, I'll be back.
Please,
don't worry about you. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at Fang, like, who the hell is this guy?
Yes, I know.
And it goes up to
and I kind of look at him, just wait for the next one.
It goes up to Wilmore. Greetings, and who are you, my fair sir?
Shit. I'm visibly more anxious than I usually am, strictly because of how calm it is in here. And I'm just kind of like tweaking a little bit, and I'm like, you can call me Mr. Wilmore Chattington, my friend.
Just breathe, my good friend.
It's the air that's the problem.
Your breath is your best friend. You always will have it with you. You've had it from the beginning, and you'll have it till the end. Just remember that. Just breathe, my friend.
That makes no sense.
Well,
yeah, I'm kind of confused by that. Personally.
I'm just like looking around. My eyes are darting a little bit. Like, you must be the Kooksters.
And then,
oh, quiet! It's Mr. Pookie. Come on.
Do you say that, Solrak?
Yes, I do. I'm like trying to be respectful. I just can't get this guy's name right.
Make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Here we go. Be a nat 20. 18.
18? A chunk of earth lifts up from the ground as he just kind of throws his hands out in your direction, and it slides up against your ankles and trips you down. You fall prone onto the ground, smacking your face onto the cement right in front of you. And he just looks like he kind of did it without like much of like a gesture or like much effort at all. Just sliding you out from right where you stand.
What did I say, guys?
You're gonna have to tell me how to do that daily, my friend.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I tell you, spend some time here. You'll learn a thing or two. Now, come along, gentlemen. Come along. He begins to lead out the double doors to take you guys to his study.
I hurry up to walk alongside Master and just kind of tell him I apologize in advance for them. They are unlike us. However, I assure you somewhere deep down, they mean well.
I'm like lingering in the back with Soul Rack, and I'm poking. I'm like, look at this shit. Just like pointing random things out.
Oh, look at all that water. Will pee in there? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean,
Guys,
I hope.
please have a little more respect.
Didn't realize that they could hear us, and I just, oh yeah, sorry. And I sit down.
He does realize this is respectful, right?
So you guys, come on in here to his study. You can see that he's got like a nice table nook set up on a bottom level, and on the top level he's got like, his bed and yeah, nook set up there rather. You see he's got like a nice warm fireplace that has a iron kind of cauldron set up on there, and he's ladles out some hot tea for each one of you guys as you guys all get in here. Tea for each one of you. Would you like?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, none for you. And he hands it to
Oh,
Fang and Misa, of course.
I'm more of an M fan myself, but I'll have some tea if you don't mind.
You're a funny one. You're a funny. I get that. It's like a letter. It's funny. It's funny when I have to explain it, right? Okay.
I mean, that's actually what makes the joke, my friend. He is a kookster.
Ooh, that's what they say. Fang, though, you were speaking to me. You were trying to
Yes.
figure out what your destiny could be.
Well, and now that you mention it, I guess I never really had a destiny until you mentioned something. What I was sought out to do was what I felt was necessary for not only myself, but for my father. You know, they ruthlessly destroyed my village and him. And like I said, I guess I was living out what I feel like my father would have wanted me to do. But perhaps that's not what I'm on this earth to do, or on this planet to do.
Well, Fang, you have always had this light and peace inside of you. And if you just let it out, you can change the world around you, you know.
I understand.
Oh, sometimes, kind of looking around at Solrak and Wilmore also at this time as he's saying this to you, sometimes the best way to solve your own problems is to help someone else.
It's kind of what we've all been doing with each other, is helping each other out with whatever they need. They helped me out with the fire giants. We're going to be helping Solrak out with his village. So I mean, all we do is help each other out with our quest.
That's good. That's good.
Right.
I'm glad that you have found a family out there of your own, Fang. I know it's been tough your whole life going on without your father and coming in here and making a family of your own. I know you wanted to go out there with that hippogriff of yours and spread your wings, and Cuomo's wings, of course. I'm glad that you have found others out there that have a common goal, and you guys can work together and become a family.
Yeah, definitely. Having Cuomo around was definitely nice, but I knew I couldn't fulfill this solely with us two. Having Solrak and Wilmore around definitely made things a little easier. And you know, now I have a couple more friends.
Well,
Hey.
how's the
You know
tea?
what friends do? I wouldn't know. I don't have any.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
got
you have a
jokes, guys.
friend of three.
Fang, what else has been on your mind? It seems like there's something else on your mind. Have you been having those dreams again?
As a matter of fact, I did not too long ago.
Dreams. What dreams?
I like lean over to Solrak and go, again?
The There's night terrors.
Adam.
You're in safe company here, Fang. Why don't you elaborate?
Yes. How long has this been a thing with you? Eng?
It hasn't really happened. I mean, it was happening more frequently here, but it happened again not too long ago on the let's see, we were on the, I believe we were on the airship. As soon as they picked us up.
Soon as they picked us up, you say?
Yes.
I don't know. Sketchy, sketchy.
Are they the same dreams, Fang, or what happened in your dream?
Kind of look around. Um, I don't. Can you just help me out here, Cookie? I don't. I know these guys are close with me, but I don't like sharing this sort of stuff with them. I kind of keep private with stuff like this.
Well, I understand. If you want to keep it private, I won't pry you. Maybe we can discuss it later. But what else have you all been going on about then? You say that
Wait. Is it? Why do you want to keep it private? Is it a weird dream? Wait, you throw away those sheets?
Is it the words from Usif, or is this another dream, my friend?
I think he's dreaming about me, sir.
That's sick.
Hey,
And I
Other
go,
one,
well, I mean,
being
have you
weird.
seen his calves, Solrak? You can't blame him.
they're pretty good calves. They're pretty damn good.
But I just want to
But
make sure we're not talking about the Usif dreams. You were having those here?
when I feel the time's right, I will let you know.
I go to look at my wrist. There's no watch on it, and I go, I mean, the time looks pretty good, but
I'd say so. If we're gonna be traveling together, I think it'd be
I won't.
useful to know.
I won't press you in front of the Kookster.
Cookster, help us out here. I'm talking. We should know these things.
Just remember, Fang. We tend not to try to keep secrets here, but I understand.
I said when the time is right, I will let you know. In the meantime, I feel as if there's no need for me to elaborate.
No need for elaborate. You put us at risk by keeping these things a secret. If you're be having dreams about some goddamn creature from God knows where that's following you around and could possibly even take over your mind, we should know about it.
I don't remember Fang. I'm sorry to interject here, Fang, and speak on your behalf, but I don't remember him having dreams about creatures.
We would know. I don't know what he's dreaming about. Being a little weirdo about it.
In the past here, I mean.
So you're telling me that the dream you told us about was a new dream? So you're a little Mr. Premonition, aren't you, my friend? And I cast Mage Hand, and it like claps next to me, like yay, because it's kind of impressed.
You really need the future? Are you bulimic? Shout out Zoolander. That did not come up with that joke.
Nah, was it? Yeah, it was Zoolander, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was Mystery Man or whatever for a second, but yeah.
I became bulimic. You could read minds.
But no. You said that you're helping these two with other things as well, Fang. What all are you all doing out here? What is Fang helping you with? What do you all need help with?
I mean, there's a lot of things we need help with. I mean, the first one is most likely, and I'm like, reach through the bag and I pull out one of the conchs. You know, the whole giant ordning bit. Trying to fix that.
So, use some help. You know, getting my kingdom back. Out of innocent people dying every day. You know, women and children, the whole thing. Enslaved, ruthless bastard. You know, nice.
Well, that is terrible. What kingdom is that?
That is Daggerford, the one I spoke of earlier, before I was rudely not giving any tea.
Oh, Daggerford. Yes. I mean, would you like some now?
Would love some. I put out my empty cup.
Reaches over.
Oh shit! Alexa just went, "Here you go." That's so weird.
He ladles a nice amount of tea into your cup for you. At this point, it's a little cool, but you get some. It says, well, what is happening at Daggerford?
Son of a bitch, Uncle Rubius was a jealous little man. Couldn't bear the thought of my father passing the kingdom down to me. Oh. Nights while the kingdom slept, staged a ruthless coup. Take a second. My father was murdered. My wife was murdered. Pregnant with my child. Mother was captured. Later murdered. Nobody I know or either care about laid down their lives just to get me out.
Oof, that's
Weighs heavily on my soul.
Must feel like you're trapped in a dark tunnel of sorts. You know, sometimes life is like that, a dark tunnel. But you can always see the light at the end of it, of course, and if you just keep on moving, you'll come to a better place. And I know it's easier said than done, but the fact that you are here, alive, well, with some friends, it could be worse, and you have to keep going on and find what is out there for yourself.
Oh, I know what's out there for myself. Vengeance. Seen that son of a bitch Ruvius pay for every crime that he's committed. Let me tell you something. We'll pay. I swear it. You will pay.
Well,
Take a sip of my iced tea.
I have no doubt in that. So the giant problem you all have, you guys are all dabbling in with the giants and getting involved with that? Oh, quite surprised, but, you know, Fang out here has been out trying to accomplish great things, and not too surprised that he would squabble inside of giants' dealings after trying to thwart the fire giants do. Fang, though, do you think this is the smartest thing for you to be doing?
Smartest? I don't know. Feels if I was solely acting upon emotions. So maybe not the smartest.
Well, I can understand if you're trying to restore the ordning. That, of course, brings order back to the rest of the little folk as well across Faerun. So, I bow to you for that, but you will not find Cookie out there dabbling in with giants. Nope,
Well,
not one bit.
well then, what would you do to keep the ordning aligned?
Well, it seems, from my understanding, that the ordering is broken because the leader is missing. Hecaton. If he has found it, the ordering is replaced and restored to its place. You know, if I understand right, or maybe I misunderstood. Uh, if you're trying to do that, well then that is amazing. I think that's what you should be doing. But if you're just going around and handling things like you did with the fire giants, it can be a little reckless.
Kind of start to reevaluate what
Chime
we
in
had
in the
just talked about.
background, and I go, "Yeah, maybe we should have just, let him bring up Bone and Dodd and kill the whole world. That we should have done that. Should have done that, Solrak."
I like it when you're sarcastic.
Oh, it's of course a great thing that you all have done this, stop the fire giants and this plan of theirs. But Fang, there's peace here and tranquility, and if you want to just stay here and have home again, a place to rest your head at night every night, we are here for you.
Yeah, peace and tranquility instead of, being one of the main members of the people that make the peace and tranquility happen because we kill the bad guys. That's a good, he's a smart guy, this Kookster. I like him. Just put your head in
I'm
the sand.
sorry to
Hope.
say, Mr. Cookie, but Anton's right. Peace just doesn't happen on its own. Sometimes you spill blood, create the world you want here. We've been thrust into this position because unfortunately, seems like not too many men are willing to do so. Here we are.
Well,
After all,
Well, all I will say is
we all have our destiny, huh? It was left alive for a reason.
All I'll
listen.
say is, peace isn't possible without blood, right? You can't have it.
well, there.
Well,
I
but
will s-
perhaps we could prioritize. So perhaps with Klauth's boon, maybe we don't necessarily need to do that, but rather, in the meantime, maybe we prioritize looking for Hecton, as well as helping Solrak.
uh,
I mean, I still think we need to go say hi to Cereza. I mean, I am completely down to solving this thing without bloodshed. But I mean, come on now,
Let's talk
guys.
to her. I agree. And do all. That's my
Yes.
thing.
I think speaking in diplomacy and working things out without the bloodshed is, of course, the most optimal resolution. Many things that seem threatening in the dark become welcoming when we shine light on them.
The gingers, they melt. The whole thing.
I hate them. The worst.
I know I like you, Kookster. I know I like you.
Have you ever shed light on a beholder, my friend?
Ah, I'd have to be in somewhere dark to see one, so I think I would have to.
Yeah, 'cause guess what? When you do that, it stays dark.
Oh, interesting fact. I'll have to keep a mental note of that. Mizu would chime in though. It's guys. Should we tell him about the Narvi and all that stuff too?
I didn't see why not.
Have you heard of the Xantarum, my friend, Big Kooks?
Well, heard of them, but haven't had too many run-ins with them up here.
Oh, well, that's a shame because we've got a good old friend in there, Mr. Narvi, and he's trying to take over the world. So that's fun.
Take over the world, you say? How does one plan to do that?
I pull out some Ducium and I just kind of like shake it. And, you ever seen anything quite like this, my friend?
You reach into your bag of holding to pull out the Ducium, scrambling around for a few seconds, and it's not in there.
I go, that's quite interesting.
Are you looking for something in there?
I pull out the head of the doppelganger instead. And I go, yeah, you see, we still not sure how they're going to take over the world, but they've been following us, my friend. Kind of, you ever heard of an aboleth? Fang's heard of an aboleth.
Well, certainly.
Right, Fang?
Maybe now is a proper time. So, not sure of what this could mean. However, in my my nightmare, I saw out of the porthole of the airship, I saw a meteor crashing down into Faerun. And all of it started to fill with this darkness. That was it.
Fang, you say that it ended with darkness spreading.
That's right.
When
It's a
you
meteor crashing down.
Didn't you say, Uthis, our aboleth friend, and I look at Kooky and I give him little eyebrows when I say aboleth. Didn't he say something to you there, buddy? I think you actually told us that. What was it?
I think that was a separate dream. I don't think anything was said in that dream.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking about the other one, so this is a new dream.
Yeah, this was on the airship.
Clearly. Let's stop. Whoever's planning this. Know what they said. Father always told me. Comes crashing down. It's inside. I take a stand. Won't help to hide.
See Kooky begin pacing around the room after Fang reveals this. When you had these dreams before, Fang, the meteor never actually crashed and never spread that darkness.
Maybe our time is running short. Chaddington, do you recall where you may have misplaced the Ducium?
Ducium?
I don't misplace things in my bag, my friend. I think someone took it.
When you say Ducium, his white, bushy eyebrows raise, and he stops where he's standing at the top of the stairs, looks down at all you all. He just, takes a deep breath. You speaking of the ancient raw arcane element, black substance.
It
Yes.
makes you vomit everywhere.
It's if you don't know how to master it and control it, it's known as the ultimate destructive magic. Only
You know how to master it and control it?
Only a few masterful arcane casters could ever dream of being able to control and use it, let alone even find it. Well, it's said that the substance has the power to manipulate the dead, turning them undead and under the caster's control. If the one controlling the substance uses large amounts of it and masters using it, you see him kind of hold his breath as if like the air was just taken from him, from his chest. Well, they can summon a planet-destroying meteor to crash down, creating a dead black planet, a funeralopolis, a new promised land for the caster and controller of this substance. And the ultimate goal is for them to transcend to godhood, with an army and new world of undead beings under their control. You mentioned the name of it, Dusium. Well, it translates to the gods. You know, it's said that whoever tries to be able to use it and master it, try to do it to ascend to godhood. But of course, there's very few in history of Faerun who have ever used it, and all of those have ever gone mad. Most famously, Halster Blackcloak, the Mad Mage.
And
Mad, you say?
we were able to find a lot of Dusium when we encountered it too.
The Zontarum were moving it about, let's just say.
And you're saying
Tell
that...
me about this man. What mad, though?
Oh, Halster Blackcloak, the Mad Mage. He's the wizard that dug deep below, water deep into the dungeons there. I'm guessing possibly he found a cache down there or something that drove him mad, because the exposure to it seemed to have just make him more kooky than kooky.
That's pretty kooky, over at Shanton.
You see, it said that if you can master it... Well, let me take a step back for you for a second and maybe teach you something that you all aren't quite aware of or familiar with. You see, when we die, our spirits, they return to the planet, and they roam around, and they converge, and they divide, and they become a swell called a life stream, or the life stream. It's a path of energy of souls roaming all around the planet. Spirit energy, if you will. And it's said that this life stream that flows is a counterpart to this dark, black, magic Dusium. And the Dusium, what it does, if you are able to master and use it, is it drains the spirit energy from the life stream, turning it into necrotic energy and animating the undead. And of course, the more that this Dusium is used, the more that the spirit energy is drained from this life stream within the earth. And that brings the planets closer and closer to death, to turning into a dead black planet. If you're saying that someone has mastered control of this substance, well, an end must be put to them as soon as possible.
But I thought, according to Shanton, we're supposed to like stay home and do nothing. Right? Little thumbs. That's
I
what
mean, there is quite a lot of
Let's do.
peace here.
Yeah.
Well, this is
So you
bigger
can pick
than
up.
any one of us. If you're telling me someone has mastered the Dusium and is working with it under their control, it might be almost too late.
Well, I could tell you, and I rummage in my sack again, and I pull out a picture of the seven, and I point to him, to Narv, and I go, "See that one right there? He's the prime evil, if you will."
Do you think the Mad Mage is located in Manzo-Branson? Kind of along with the Aboleth?
Ooh, I don't think so. I don't think Aboleth would be in Menzoberranzan either. That's a drow city. No, the Mad Mage, if I recall my story correctly, there was visions of him. There was an explosion that happened in the Undermountain, underneath Waterdeep, and there were visions all across Faerun of him going mad and running around. So most think the Mad Mage is no longer. That was the end of him then.
I think we need to Find Narvi, but he's a tricky one to pin down, my friend.
Sure is.
Well, if he's controlling the Lucium, that means that he more than likely has an army that he is forming.
That he does.
He was trying to do so from Daggerford.
From your home village.
Hey, remember he was
You're right. They were sending the
sending men, they
shields
were
and
sending
stuff
weapons,
down there.
the shields, they were sending all kinds of stuff here.
It seems like his plans are already rolling then, and possibly he has an army of undead under his control already, and maybe stationed there in Daggerford. Maybe even, you say your Uncle Rubius has taken the throne there. Maybe he's even working along with this Narvi.
Do you think we must find Narvi first, or go to Daggerford?
It sounds to me like it's one and the same.
Now you're telling me, not only does Rubius have men, he has undead men. God damn it. I'm gonna
Well,
aggressively
soon.
put down my tea, but it's tea, so you can't really do that, so I just cup down like but aggressively. Let's take him down. We will need your
I
help.
think we have our next step.
Mister.
No, you'll need my help. Well, you have Fang, of course, and that's an extension of my help.
Over Fang. Over you. Yeah, but you know, I like you better.
Well, I must stay here, of course, but when you all do, are you planning on going down to Daggerford immediately?
Sounds that way.
It's like it's imperative that we do.
Well, I will say that there is a old tale that when whoever does master the substance has almost reached their apex of control, mastery with it, that the full moon will turn black prior to when that is to occur. So, when you know that the full moon is black, you know that the time is near.
Here's the thing, already having a little good full moons. Things happen. I mean, full moon. Black moon would affect me.
Well, I mean, sure, it's going to be bad for everyone if you see a black moon, not just yourself.
Well,
because before
hope we don't see a black moon.
I was gonna say before too long, if you do see that, the whole world will soon become a tomb, and no more sunshine, no more butterflies, no more friendships. And no more tea. Who wants some more tea? And kind of trying to change the mood real quick, as it definitely seems very dismal right now, and he pops up and trying to give everyone tea.
Just staring at my teacup.
Put my cup out first this time, so I don't get cold tea.
Pours you some. Overflows a little bit. Oops, sorry. Gives Wilmore a little bit more. Fang, is there anything else on your mind?
I mean, not that I can think of. But I see now what my destiny is. And it's obviously to keep helping my friends, but also to save all of Faerun.
See him just smile widely, ear to ear, essentially. Gives you a bow. Fang, once in a while, you'll get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right.
And I think at that moment, gents, time is of the essence, and we must go.
Let's do it.
Master, this has been great. It's been eye-opening. I needed this. It was so good to see you. It's been too long. And I hope you and everyone else here, Misa as well, sometimes, stay healthy and safe. And if we need anything, I know where to find you guys.
That is right, Fang. Whenever you'd like, you have a home here, and you know that. You can come on back whenever you'd like, but I know you're destined for bigger things, which is why I question and poke you sometimes, and sometimes I may lead you, and gestures down to Solrak and Wilmore, all to try to possibly think of other things, but just to make sure that you're on the right path. Trust me all, I believe that you should be taking care of the giant problem. You should be proactive out there, and you should be doing everything that you can to ensure safety and peace for everyone out here who deserves it just as much as we all do.
I guess I just needed a little guidance.
Sometimes you just need it. Sometimes it's all you need.
Thank you, Master. And I reach in to give him a big ol' hug.
Yeah. Extends wide, gives you a big hug.
And I come in from behind, and I kind of like give them an awkward group hug, and I'm just like, hey.
Kuki kind of pulls back and looks at you awkwardly and says, "Oh, come here, you big bear, you." And he wraps his arm around you and pats you on the back and rubs you. You take good care of my Fang here now, you hear?
Oh, I will.
Thank you, thank you. And Wilmer, you say anything before you head on out too?
I'm still just staring at my tea, just like lost in my own world.
Well, go on along, gentlemen. Go on along. And I won't keep you for too long. I know you have places to go, people to see, giants to kill.
Yeah. I noticed that Chaddington was just staring at his tea and not saying anything. And before we make out there, so whisper to Cookie, "Sir, what you put in that tea? Special tea?"
I can't tell you. It's a secret. And just gives you a double-eyed wink.
I like you. Gotta introduce you to this guy I know. Great shit. But anyways, see ya.
Sorak, you head on out. Wilmer, you behind him?
I'm still staring at my tea.
As you're staring at your tea, yeah, Kuki going up to you. Are you okay, little man?
I just kind of like
Wilmore.
snap out of it. I look at him and like my entire face is just like flushed. I was like, "Oh, I found peace." Yep. And I just run out the door.
Bolting out the door, run behind. You push the chair up, and Kuki just kind of looks at the door and looks back at Fang. "Oh, Fang, before you go, one last thing." You see him go up to his little loft area, digs in some drawers real quick, and then comes on back down to you. Well, Fang, before you go, I believe that this is probably the right time to do this. You'll see, and he has a little coffer, a little box in his hand. This is passed down every 100 years to the elemental warrior that we deem will put it to the best use. And he opens up the box, and you see that there's like this ring inside of it, this silver ring with a band that looks like swirling stars and galaxies going all throughout it. This ring holds the powers of the fifth element, ether. And when you came in with that hippogriff of yours many years ago, and I saw that swirling star galaxy plumage, well, I knew that one day this would be passed down to you. As I said, it's passed down every 100 years to the elemental warrior we deem will put it to best use, and I just always had a feeling that would be you, Fang. Hands it over to you. This box, and just looks at you as he gently puts his hand on your shoulder and pats you. Oh, Fang, may the four winds blow you safely home.
Thank you, Master. I'm sure this will come in help, and a lot of help along the way.
Be safe out there.
I guess let's go ahead and roll away the dew, gents.
Misa would hop up real quick. Fang, just gotta say, really glad to see you. Just living your life to the fullest, going out there and just going full on, horns ahead, and just giving life your all. I mean, I gotta admit, I'm not that brave to go out there and go out in the wilds alone and meet new friends and everything. I love the comforts of here and the peacefulness and just doing our thing. But you're destined for bigger things, and you always have been. Always have known that of you. Always been a little bit jealous, but hey, that's neither here or there. You get out there and you save the world.
No need to feel jealous, Misa. I've always been a rather independent person, partially due to the death of my father. I was sought out to take care of what I thought was my destiny at the moment. Found some friends, and having a nice group around you, constantly motivating you, it's definitely helpful. So I guess one piece of advice, was just keep surrounding yourself around positive people, ones that motivate you every day, ones that are positive role models.
That's why I picked you as a best friend, Fang, and kind of just gives you a little shoulder punch.
I always here for you, Misa, and I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. But
Be safe out there.
thanks, guys. Until next time, Master and Misa. What is the name of that ring?
A ring of shooting stars.
You're a shining star.
That's right.
Wait, do I noticeably either Chattington looks weird while we're out there?
Chattington, would you be that noticeable? I
was just staring off into the distance.
Yeah, Solrak, I'd imagine you'd notice a little bit with your insight is 15, yeah, passive insight. I think you'd probably notice.
I would while we're waiting
Mm-hmm.
there, could Chattington, I would just I would get down on one knee so I'm closer to his eye level. Say, hey, what's going on with that tea? What happened?
It was just it was really good tea. It was just. Did you have it when it was warm?
You told Fang not to be hiding secrets. Here we are, just minutes later, with the same conversation again. You can trust me. Tell me.
Well, I kind of like look around and I go, is there like any seclusion around us?
Yeah, there's plenty of places you could probably find to seclude yourself. This was happening while Fang was speaking to Misa and Kuki,
Yeah.
right? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fang in the room real quick.
Yep.
So I just like
yeah.
I just like grab his cloak and I go into the woods. And then just and I cast divination again to speak to Sharis. And I go, does he know they exist? Are they safe?
Does he know who exists? And who's he?
Does Narvi know they exist?
Oh, the temple?
No. They. Where's your text message?
Secret, secret!
There you go.
Um. Yes, Narvi is aware of their existence. Not to say that he's been following them per se or on their trail, but knows of you and those close to you.
And I just kind of look at Solrak and I just go, if he goes after my kids, I don't know what I'm going to do, buddy.
Your kids? Who goes after your kids?
I mean, if Narvi knows they exist, I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid. That's kind of the only reason I'm still here.
I tell you, my friend, I may have lost my family, everybody I loved. I promise you, not let the same happen to you. That son of a bitch is going down. If he's helping my uncle, he's gonna have hell to pay here.
He's out there. He's got people. We gotta move fast.
That's right, but just remember, we always do have an ace up our sleeve. Is that little ring of yours? Perhaps we can always set a trap. Catch him as bait. No. Say.
Maybe. But I think we gotta go take your town back now, my friend.
I agree. Let's do it, and hopefully Fang's dreams don't come back to bite us in the ass. In the meantime, no more secrets.
I mean, this wasn't really a secret. Come on, you really didn't think I had children out there somewhere? I mean, look at me. And I just run away from him to not have any more of this conversation.
I shake my head and laugh. It's called friendship progress.
Be about this time that Fang will be pushing open the doors and adjusting a new ring on his finger, and seeing Wilmer running down the path away from the wooded areas, and Solrak trailing up behind.
Gents, I believe it's that time. Onwards to Daggerford, yeah?
Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. I got
Right.
I got a lot of pep on my step.
That's one of the ships to Rotten Egg, and I start running.
Alright, you guys begin running on out of the temple area, through the gardens, and out the main gate back towards the airship, which is just a short 5-10 minute walk away from the grounds. With the ladder still dangling down, you guys reach on up and begin climbing up to the ladders. See the crew still situated up there, all ready to get going. As you guys climb on up, Dell looks at you all and greets you all. Gentlemen, I hope it was a nice trip back to Fang's hometown, or temple, I guess.
Yes, this was much needed.
Hopefully nothing too exciting compared to the rest of your travels so far.
What do you mean by that?
Well, just saying, you all have seemed to have a knack for finding trouble here, there, and everywhere.
When he says that, kind of makes me think of what Solrak had said earlier about these guys potentially being the issue. So what I find what he said to be a little suspicious.
Make an insight check.
You're
Note,
right.
I'm also suspicious.
Make one too if you want.
And I want to make an insight check. Oh, 25.
25. You might be a little suspicious of him. Not super suspicious, just a little suspicious. And you kind of watch him as he's speaking, but he seems pretty genuine and sincere that he really doesn't want you guys to be running into much trouble. Look in his eyes like, trouble that comes their way comes my way, and I ain't got time for that. He seems sincere.
Yes, we do tend to get ourselves into some pretty treacherous situations at times. Constantly having to fight off fiends.
And the first day that we were all together, the airship was taken down by a few manticores.
The manticores, I mean, that's all new to me. But, I mean, I didn't expect anything to be attacking us in the air, personally.
Well, in this economy, you have to expect it.
Yep, in
Trying
this
to get
economy.
your sweet helium gas.
That's right. Well, gentlemen, as they begin lifting up the fire elemental, blowing up the air balloon, air elemental shooting you guys, propulsing you forward, where is the next destination in mind?
Just kind of cutting. Everlund. We want to go to Everlund.
Everlund, certainly.
Is that on the way to Daggerford?
Oh, why, certainly. Everlund is, in Silver Marches area, and Daggerford being all the way on the coast, we will have to pass through the Silver Marches. But there was Citadel Felbar in mind still, correct?
I mean, I'd really like to go to Everlund.
Was it necessary to go to Felbar?
I needed it real quick. Hi. Armor.
That's, Advar has your armor.
Oh, never mind. God damn it.
Felbar,
Artemis
though,
bars.
is where Reginald is, and where you need to take those two dwarfs back. And, of course, I mean, if you guys don't want to get your reward for taking care of the fire giants, you don't have to go there.
We can quickly do that, but I'm okay with stopping Sharrington once. Depends.
Yeah, I mean,
Important
it
to
won't.
them.
Felbar won't be too long.
Okay, yeah, and then we go to Everlund, and then we go to Waterdeep through the teleportation, and then we go down to Solrak's home base. Sound like a plan?
I'm Skippy.
Alright, so to Citadel Felbar then.
Yes, because then we can drop off. Reginald there as well.
Sure.
And then Everlund. Yep.
Alright, everyone hold on to your stuff, and we'll get going. So it's going to take you guys, let me pull up the map for you real quick. I think it's just a day travel to get there. So while you guys are doing that travel, is there anything that you guys would like to take care of? Anyone want to do anything? Fang, you have a new ring. Don't know if you want to attune to that or anything.
Yeah.
What's your ring called again? Looking that shit up.
It is the Ring of Shooting Stars.
Oh, so you guys are going to Felbar, not Adbar. So yeah, it'll take exactly a day to get there.
Beautiful.
And then you want to go from Everlund to Everland from there. Another exact day travel.
And then we could take the teleportation to Winter, or to whatchamacallit.
To Waterdeep.
Yep, to Waterdeep.
It would
And
be
then that.
4 days to fly straight down to Daggerford from Everland if you guys wanted to do that instead. Because then you do have to, of course, travel by foot from Waterdeep to Daggerford.
Yeah, if it's cheaper to fly, then that makes sense.
It would take 2 days of walking travel to get from 2.5 days from Waterdeep to Daggerford to walk there. So 4 days of straight flying from Everland, or teleport from Everland to Waterdeep to 2 days of walking.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, we could always get potions and stuff in Waterdeep. They got a full.
Could do that in Everland
spot.
too.
I'll do that in Everland. Oh yeah. I mean, the only reason I want to go to Everland is to use the teleportation portals.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, you could do that in Waterdeep then if you wanted to. Your guys' call.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we just do that in Everland.
Okay.
That's cool.
Do it.
Okay. So, as you guys begin your travel on the airship then, I need someone to roll me a d20.
I'll do it. This thing is lame.
Whoa.
Okay, there we go. Boom.
Oh.
4, damn it.
Will someone roll a d100?
Yeah.
I'll just roll it. They just roll too low.
Good old 27.
Okay, cool. Okay, you guys can continue on with your day then. Is anyone? Let's start with Fang. Do you want to do anything with the day, or in general?
Yes. Chaddington. So, where do you think someone may have stolen this Ducium from you?
Well, I mean, if the Cookster was right, I mean, they could have just stole it right out of the ether, or maybe the doppelganger grabbed it when he ran away. I mean, I only have his head. Could be sitting on his body somewhere.
He knew what
Outside
he
of
was
that,
going after.
he could have. I mean, I don't know how he waded through it all in that couple seconds he was in there, but I guess you never know.
But then again, out of all the things to grab in there, and he grabs the Ducium.
That is true. That is true. We're just gonna have to find a little bit more then.
You think that requires us to go to Waterdeep as well, or do you think going to Daggerford will suffice?
Something tells me if his potentially undead armies are there, there might be some Ducium around, which actually makes me think we may want to get some sort of protection or offense against the undead, if you will. Maybe they'll have some books in Everland. In the gigantic ass library they have. Because something tells me when we get to Daggerford, it won't just be the living we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah.
While we are at it, I'm going to unattune to my Dragonhide belt. and attune to my ring of shooting stars.
Love it.
I do too.
Pretty cool, right?
That fucking ball lightning.
Yeah, and also just so you know, I'm not sure if you're fully aware of this because you're a cleric now. Also, you know, clerics can change out their spells daily. Like you have like a cleric, like your book of your tome of Lathander. Like you're allowed to just change out your cleric spells after you take a long rest daily.
Had no fucking clue.
Yeah, like clerics, wizards, classes like that can do that.
Look into that.
Yeah. Solrak, anything that you want to do as you guys are in the air and traveling to Citadel Felbar?
I'm going to work out heavily myself in the middle of chamber. I'm doing like a little Rocky IV montage, you know, when he's out in Russia training to fight Drago, and he grows that sweet, epic training beard, and he's doing like the athlete when he's like raising his legs all the way up and shit. That's what I'm currently doing.
Love it.
Because I know now it's time. Time is near for vengeance here.
That's right. Let's see. Just for fun, go ahead and make an athletics check.
I love it.
Let's see how much of a swell you get in. A pump, if you will.
Ooh, 25.
You put in a serious pump right there, Solrak. You start sweating a little bit. You hear that Eye of the Tiger playing in your mind. I guess Eye of the Chimera or something. I don't know. Something that would work in this Eye of the Beholder. So, yeah, you know, you're in there, you know, punching the air and doing your dips and sit-ups and crunches and, you know, having a great old time as you can on this airship, but there's only so much space and so many things you can possibly do.
Rubius!
It's a good pump. It's a good pump. Love it. Wilmore, anything that you do in this time?
Throwing up like minor illusions of Rubius in front of Solrak while he's doing it. Just little like small 5-foot pictures of him. I am going to play with my attunements a little bit. I'm going to take off the Ring of Invisibility and add the Tooth of the Silver Tongue.
Love that.
Try to get a long rest if we're hanging out.
Sounds good. So you guys are all kind of taking care of certain mundane tasks around the airship right now. Fang getting accustomed and attuned to his new ring. Solrak shadowboxing, and Wilmore also messing around with some of his items and messing with Solrak as well. As you guys are kind of having this moment on the airship, you hear one of the crew shout out, "Hey, do you see that over there?" And you hear another one, "Where?" And kind of points out into the direction east off the ship for a moment, and you see him kind of like rub his eyes, kind of just stare out there. You guys are all up on the top deck and see this too.
Start looking over there.
About how far out is it?
Hey, you guys begin to look out in that direction as well. And see like some puffy clouds, since you guys are pretty high up in the air. And as you guys you're looking out into the distance, you see a shadowy figure just kind of emerging out of the clouds there.
The hell is that?
And you see a man in a purple silken shirt and a red kind of hat come flying towards you guys on this beautiful green and red golden ornate rug, kind of wildly and a little bit out of control. The rug kind of flying up into the air and then dipping back down a little, and he's kind of looking like he's holding on for dear life. And he comes flying in your guys' direction.
Hello?
He's kind of just holding on for dear life, his eyes going wide, and you see him, he's like screaming, "Ah!" as he pulls back up as he's just about to hit your ship, and he flies up into the air a little bit, and then dips back down as he like, kind of goes into a cloud, vanishes, and then reappears again, and then pulls back on the carpet, and he's like holding it back, just kind of aloft right next to you guys. Oh, hello. Looks like I have some customers finally. And trying to hold on to this rug as tightly as possible. The name is Wilson, and this is Wilson's Rug Emporium. The one and only traveling flying rug one-stop shop.
Wait. Did you just say flying rug?
You look down, he's holding onto a magic carpet underneath of him, which is he's flying upon.
Oh my god. Only heard of these things in legends. Is that a trick? And I'm looking at the thing.
If you call magic a trick, this was definitely been blessed by some sort of caster, but this damn thing I can't ever keep control of, and it pulls up a little bit, and he kind of tilts back. Oh, he does like a loop backwards and holds it back. He's holding on for dear life.
Why don't you try landing over here, buddy?
Oh, no, you're inviting me on board. No one ever invites me on board.
Ah, yes, you look like you're gonna kill yourself. Come on.
Tries to steer it on over, pull it on closer to the ship. With a 16, he'll do it. It's gonna have him crash into the side of the ship, but no, he flies up and lands on top of the deck.
Just dies.
The rug just kind of like going wild and pulling up like a bucking bronco, and he's easy, calm. Oh, what was the words again? He starts saying some arcane words, and blast! I can never get it right. Anyways, as I said, my name is Wilson. I have a few small bits of items here if you guys were interested in purchasing any. Mostly consumables.
Let me ask you something. How do you sell flying carpets, yet you have a hard time controlling it?
Oh, you must have misunderstood. I know the name is confusing. I don't sell the flying carpets. This is just, my way of traveling and having a shop on the road, but not on the road per se, but in the clouds.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, what do you have?
He starts like pulling out. He has like a big satchel, like almost like a Santa-sized like bag that he just kind of throws out in front of you guys and opens it up, and just see a bunch of different jars in there of all these different liquids and vials and whatnot. Yeah, we have most of the healing potions that you could ever want. A couple of other special things here and there, but poke around and let me know if there's anything that you're looking for. So yeah, he's got most healing, greater healing, and superior healing potions. And then a select few other, if you're looking for something, I'll have you roll an investigation roll. If it's a high enough, he might have it.
What are those pure healing and the greater healing potions?
The graders are, let's see, we do those for 150. And the superior is, let's see, 500 for those. I'm sorry, the graders, we can lower that down to 100 as well. I haven't had a customer in a little bit of time.
Okay, well, I will do 5 potions, greater healing, please.
Oh, certainly. You're going to clean me right up, aren't you? He starts digging around the bag, trying to find 5 of those. Roll an investigation roll. See if he has 5. If it's 15 or higher, you have 5.
Don't take them all.
At 4.
4. I can find 3 in here for you.
Was that all you have?
For the graders, we got some others in here, though.
Yeah, I will take...
All right, fine.
how many for the superior?
It's 500.
Chewy. I mean, I guess 1 wouldn't hurt. And then how many for the regular? 50?
Correct.
Okay. Listen, so since I'm spending so much, would you do 600 for 1 superior and 3 regular?
Make a persuasion check.
One platinum is 10 gold. All right, so 30 platinum would be 300. Cool. I hand 30 platinum over to him.
Persuasion.
Perfect. Thank you, my good sir. This will not go to waste.
11.
11. Well, you wanted for how many now?
600.
And that's for one superior and how many regulars?
3 regular.
Oh, what the hey, we'll do that for you.
Direct. And I hand over 60 platinum.
Beautiful.
Actually, what I'll do is 50 platinum and 100 gold.
Well, thank you for your business, and for you, little man, is there anything I can get for you?
I mean, do you have any health potions left?
I have
Supreme, greater, or regular?
we have a handful of regular ones still. Nice assortment of those. Looks like roll an investigation roll. See how many superiors there are. If you have a 10 or higher, I'll say that there are 3 left.
And what other potions may you have, sir?
That's 10.
There you go. There are 3 left then.
We're all out of the graders, I take it. I tell you, why don't you give me 2 superiors and 2 regulars?
That works for me. Take what you'd like. So 2 superiors and 2 regulars. That would be 1,200.
Yep. 1 second. Supremes, 2 superiors.
So you're looking around for a couple of other ones. We do have 1 potion of heroism, let's see, a potion of haste, or a potion of speed rather.
I'll take that. I need that desperately.
You want that?
Yes, please. That thing was awesome when I used it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We can do that one for you. It is quite pricey. It's going to be 750 gold pieces for that.
Well, any chance you can drop it to 700 since I bought 300's worth of potion already?
Yeah, make a persuasion check. Let's see if he likes you.
Okay.
I have a feeling he's not going to.
No, he won't.
Call it 725.
You got yourself a deal.
You gotta work on your people skills.
And my good sir, how much for or what other potions did you have?
A potion of heroism. I have one of those. Let's see. Oh, looks like there's a potion of invulnerability here. And why don't you just roll a... Each one of you guys can roll a d100.
Ooh.
Ooh. 8.
Oh, 76. Oh, I doubled yours.
Wow.
Oh, give me the best thing you have.
Yes!
What?
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
I want
Alright.
the carpet.
So, there's a potion of animal friendship in there, which gives you the ability to cast animal friendship. Let's see, 76.
Yeah.
There's a jar that has some sort of dust in it. You kind of picked it up, and he explains to you that it's dust of disappearance. There's enough in the jar for 1 use of it, and you can kind of open up the jar, throw the dust in the air, and you and each creature and object within 10 feet around you, wherever that dust kind of spreads out, is invisible for 2d4 minutes. But that's yeah, you'd have to buy that,
money.
of course.
So yeah.
Disappearance.
How much?
Let me see.
You can do Chaddington first.
Hold on. Gotcha. It's actually not that bad. 750.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
How much is the animal friendship one?
Animal friendship is, I believe that's 500, but let me double check for you. Wilmore, you search around the bottom of the bag and you find something that's not a potion. Yeah, 500 for friendship. give me one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. You dig around there and you see a set of stones down there that are look like two faces looking at each other. A face on each one of the stones, and you have one of these yourself. This is a sending stone, or a set of sending stones. You guys now have a pair of them, or you can buy a pair if you want. But he has them here.
How much for these fancy things?
Ooh, those I've had this kind of just collecting dust on the bottom of the bag for a little bit of time. Let's see, I can do 1,000 gold pieces for you.
Well, I mean, you have two.
Oh, for the pair.
Harshy's one. I mean, I have one. Why don't I just trade you the one for the two, and we make it 500?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to sell this one if it's just one of them here.
Well, I mean, this one is connected to a magical wizard.
Magical wizard? Well, how did you get that then?
Well, I met him. I mean, how do I get it? It's Frank.
Frank? Roll a persuasion check. So kind of looking at you, curious.
Oh, that's gonna re-roll. 21.
Let me see that thing. Kind of grabs it out of your hand real quick. Testing 1, 2. Is this Wizard Frank? Wizard Frank coming on in?
I used it earlier today, my friend.
Yeah, one-time use with these things, huh? Well, let's see. I don't know. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna be able to do much with this. What's this wizard gonna do for me?
Well, I mean, look at us. And I like smile, and my golden tooth like sparkles in the sunlight, and my I prestidigitation so it twinkles. I put like a whooshing sound on my wand to draw his attention, and then my shoes start to he can hear the crittering of spiders, and it kind of draws his attention to him. I mean, no, he finds stuff on occasion.
Well, maybe some things that I'll be able to sell here.
I mean, if I gave you this stuff, you think you'd be able to sell it?
I don't know. Something about this just isn't sitting right with me. Well, let's see. Well, maybe you have something else that can sweeten the deal.
Deals being sweetening deals, my friend.
I typically, I'm not a trader. I typically just deal with, holds up his fingers and pinches them together. Sweet gold.
Gold, baby. How about give him I throw in a potion of animal friendship.
Aren't you guys trying to buy one of those right now?
Oh, I don't know why. I have one.
He was selling one to me, but I don't want it.
I was gonna say, well, you guys got one.
You can always just give me that.
Well, if you want to, trade me that, yeah, sure. I think we could do that.
Well, actually, I tell you what. I mean, this is probably. This is probably too much. I mean, if you want to come to the table, I could trade you this, and I pull out my Mirror of Fear.
Ooh, it's interesting art piece. I've never seen anything like this. This holds some sort of magical powers too.
I mean, yes, I could show you, but it might not go very well. You see, when you show it to somebody, they see the thing they're scared of the most.
Well, what do you see when you look inside of it?
Oh, we don't want to talk about that, my friend.
Kind of looks around at everyone.
A look, if you're scared of it.
have to be attuned to it. But if it's going to work without us being attuned right now,
Nah, yeah, it's an
actually,
attuned
does it?
item.
Hold
Or
on.
is it an attuned item? I don't think it is.
Is it not an attuned item? Good, sweet. Blind portion. Is this not an attuned item and I haven't used it?
I think so.
What a loser.
All right, on second thought, I put that back in, and I go, well, tell you what do you think you could give me the sending zones for then?
Well, just as a straight cash offer, 1,000 gold
well-
pieces, or you're still trying to trade?
What discount can I get if I give you Frank Stone?
Let's see. Instead of, I could give you something else for that stone, perhaps. Let's see. I have this.
What else would you have?
I have this bag of beans here.
A bag of beans?
You say beans.
Yes. Yeah. It's been carrying on to this for a little bit of time. So this strange man offered it to me for a trade, and that's the only other time I've done a trade. He told me they were magical. Haven't given them a try myself. Just figured I could possibly sell them on to someone else. But yeah, there's
So, how much were they?
there are there's only 5 beans in this whole bag. It looks like as he opens it up real quick. But if you wanted this, I'd trade for that single stone.
Let's do it.
You got a deal, my friend.
Yes, we got the beans.
We got the beans.
Hands you over a bag of beans, Wilmore. It's got 5 beans inside of it,
Got the beans.
and you hand him
All
over
right.
the Harshnag sending stone.
Bag of beans. Oh, you said there's 5?
Yes.
Bag of beans, bag of beans.
That's
Everything
I
is
just
better
rolled
with
it.
a bag of beans. Because you don't need crack
Cool.
and you don't need speed. Because
Just
everything is
wanna-
better with a
that's
bag of
nice,
beans.
put it in there. Bag of beans 5.
See the
On a
rug,
bump.
the magic carpet start getting wily and pulling up and bucking underneath his feet again. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Well, gentlemen, was there anything else I can get for you? There are still some more potions in here if you want, but it seems like my friend here is ready to hit the open trails, the open sky.
Yes. What was the name of that invisibility dust again?
Dust of disappearance.
Ah. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, I think I'm good. I think I've spent enough currency.
Well, gentlemen, thank you again for shopping. Maybe come again, or maybe I'll see you again. Who knows? As the rug just kind of pulls up into the air, going up vertically, disappears into one cloud, then comes diving straight back down through it again, flying on by you. Thank you again for your business, as he disappears down below and out of your guys' sight.
This is he's out of sight and earshot over them. This guy's done to kill himself. There's no way we're ever gonna see him again. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we found him. I feel like we're gonna use all these potions.
Yep. I mean,
Battle
that
very
saves us a little time.
I mean, I'm feeling good.
Mm.
I still think we should stop by Everlund to see if we can get any undead stuff going for us.
I
Just
think we
a
need to
better
check
idea
out
on how
these.
to take them down.
Right. I think we need to check out these beans.
Got the beans.
Well, I mean, we've got to plant them somewhere. I don't really see many pots up here.
I asked the shipmates, "Hey, you guys got a pot?"
One of them looks around. I don't have a pot to piss in, and they all kind of look at him like, Cloth said, no jokes, no jokes. It was, yeah, no, sorry, there's no pots up here. Sorry.
Well, the next place we stop, we will get a pot and some dirt.
And we'll make ourselves a garden on this ship.
God damn it, you're right.
We should get. We need 5 pots. I
Take
think we
that
could
guy
definitely
to the
spruce up
bathroom.
bottom.
It's a pee. To the guard.
Well, I guess we just buckle up on our trip to Everlund then. Or no, we're not going to Everlund. We're going to wherever we're going. One of the cathedrals.
Felbar, Felbar.
Hell, you say
Other
Felbar,
bars.
I say Melbar.
We got to drop off
I thought
Reginald.
Reggie was staying with us.
I guess Reginald would be up here with you guys too. He would say, yeah, Wilmore, I can certainly help you all out with more quests that you may have in mind, but of course I need to take the Iron Flask back with Megara and return it to Gauntlgrim and get our forges back up and running again once as well.
Understood.
But
I guess I should give you this, and I give him the flask that I have.
yes, I'm gonna take that from you eventually.
I guess I should give you this. And I gave him a hug. Ah, I love you, Reggie.
Oh, Solrak, you're such a sloppy man. Love you too. You always remind me of my son. God, I miss him.
Sloppy, that's the best way to describe Solrak.
I lean back to Fang and I go, remember when we weren't supposed to show emotions?
Hey, I can slash and bash as good as this guy.
I only show emotion by slashing and bashing. Yeah.
Right.
It's my best Solrak impersonation.
It reminds me just like Wolfgar, showed his emotion on the battlefield. Sometimes that's how some of us work. Our just the way that we're programmed, I guess. But Solrak, you understand that you have more heart in you than you like to show on.
It's okay. You can admit it, Solrak.
Maybe one day. Until then, Edge, I'll miss slashing and bashing with you. I stick out arm like fuck movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Predator,
He
right?
is with. Oh, it's not Predator. It's got
Jingle all the way.
It's got Carl Weathers. Who was the black guy from Predator. I think it's called Contra.
It is Predator.
Yeah, it's called the
Where they
black
do
guy
that.
from Predator.
But
No,
No,
it's
man,
not
the arm
Predator.
thing? No, it's not.
No.
It's not with movie.
I just,
Guys, it's from Twins when he fucks Danny DeVito. That's what you're thinking
It's
about.
Turbo Time.
it's Turbo time.
Oh, it's.
There.
I'll find that. Move on. But it's not Predator.
It's Predator. I'm almost
Oh, it is
90%
Predator.
sure it's Predator.
That's
Oh,
not
shit, it is
Predator.
Predator.
That's
You're
not
right.
Predator.
Chat, let us know.
What was it?
Who is it? Alright, so you guys
It's the
continue
Predator
on
handshake.
traveling throughout the rest of this day. A random encounter that you guys rolled was that magic carpet ride guy, so good job for not getting a fight. Yeah. So yeah, you guys continue on your travel for the rest of the day. It becomes a nighttime, and you know that you're just about half a day's travel out from Citadel Felbar now. As you guys grab some rations and some water from the supplies, you guys all kind of find your little areas for the night. Is there anything that you want to do before you take that long rest for the evening and make it there in the morning, or just keep on pushing forward?
Are we in our quarters at this moment?
You can be wherever you'd like.
So I go to wherever Solrak is.
So
And
wherever you're
so
at.
I am back downstairs in one of the rooms.
Alright, so we'll put you guys in the
Yes.
quarters.
Nice. Solrak, I will admit, it's almost as if you have meditated before what I saw back there in at the Summit of the Soul. What do you say we find some peace before we hit the hay tonight?
Are you coming on to me? Because I totally don't swing that way. Made it clear I was married. This whole thing.
Nope. I thought you might want to meditate before going to bed.
Oh, sure. No
Nice.
freaky stuff. Let's go.
No freakiness here. Just trying to clear my mind and find peace.
As soon as I say no freaky stuff, I actually like off my pants. I'm like in my underwear and I sit down to meditate. And I close my eyes.
That's what makes you comfortable, Sorak.
You gotta let it breathe, you know.
Oh.
I start. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And then we start getting the higher pitch, though. Not gonna lie, it sounded like the Halo soundtrack a little
yeah,
bit.
totally
That's
was.
good, boy. That's what I was
It
going
totally was
for.
Halo.
Buddy.
I was like, we're at Warsong Golf, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Solrak, this was nice. This was much needed. Next time we can try with burning some incense as well.
Oh yeah.
Don't make
Next
the
time we try
joke.
to burn.
Don't make the joke. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You're actually being serious. Very nice. All right. Well, good night.
Night. Slam the door and I jump in bed. And I'm not gonna lie, meditating did relax me. And even though I'm heading towards the darkness, it's like Jakuki said, there is the light at the end of the tunnel. I drift off to sleep peacefully.
Wilmore, anything that you do before you call it a night?
I'm walking back to where the dog was, and I hear just these two men just making these weird noises and singing, and one of them peaks and then the other troughs, and I just kind of stop for a second and look at the door and just go, different strokes, different folks, and go into my room, and then I just start writing in my long book, and then I open up another one with just a couple sheets of paper, and I write in those, and I kind of bundle those up and put that in my pocket, and then go to bed.
Love it. Guys all do your night rituals, find your hammocks to tuck away into for the night as you guys are flying southwest towards Citadel Felbar, out of the flurry of the snow and the kind of colder weather up there. You guys sail on through the night, and no interruptions in sight. You guys wake up the next morning feeling rested, rejuvenated, as Dell cries out down to you all. The Citadel Felbar is approaching. Make it there by noon, the next 4 hours or so. Make sure you all get some food, get some water, some drinks, and find yourselves up on the top deck whenever you'd like. So,
Give me a minute. I gotta hit the poop deck first.
Brutus kind of paws at his nose. Like, I know what that means.
Like an 80s TV dog where it's like clearly two fake paws. Like,
Yeah, they're coming out from the sides. Yeah.
you can see the strings.
Amazing. Yeah, so as you guys start the day, though, it's a sunny day, a lot less cool than it has been in the past few days as you guys were further up north. You guys can see the Ralvin Mountains up ahead as you guys look down outside of your windows and over the top deck. And yeah, you can see kind of the Silver Marches out past those mountains, that mountain pass there. Anything that you guys do before you start the day? I mean, Wilmore, you had divination prepared with your seance. I'm not sure if you wanted to do something else with that, or and then cleric, of course, you can switch out your spells if you want. I will say you have fairy fire prepared, but you also have that on your ring, so you can swap out fairy fire if you want,
Notice that.
at least.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I can't do that from my character sheet, can I?
You can. You just
manage.
go
Yep.
to manage or whatever, edit. And then you go to like where you update your level.
Known spells. Here we go.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are rapidly crossing Citadel Felbar. Then, if there's nothing, you know, important that you guys feel like you need to do before then, we can just push the travel on towards there.
Ready.
Cool. All right, about 4 hours go by then, as you guys kind of take care of your morning routines and kind of swapping out some spells, reading them in your spell book, preparing